Hi, everybody. It's about 10:05 right now, so I'm going to bring us back from break. Um, Let me first start off by saying I think this conference has gone so well so far. Thank you so much to all of our panelists, all of our moderators, and all of you attendees for taking the time when we all have very busy, very crazy quarantine schedules to join this conference. I feel like it's been very worthwhile. So our next panel is going to be on the National Guard and Reserves, but before we jump into that, I want to talk with everybody a little about VETS Indexes' latest endeavor, the VETS Indexes Employer Awards. My buddy Carl talked a little about these at the outset. I just want to share a little more information. First, let me introduce myself. I'm George Altman. I just started at VETS Indexes this year. Prior to that, I worked at Military Times for more than 7 years, where I ran the Best for Vets rankings. So I'm very excited to join the team at VETS Indexes and kind of apply my experience and lessons learned to developing these new employer awards. So I don't want to spend too much time on this, but just to give everyone the high points. Here are the most important things for you to know. First, timing. The survey, this process is going to be based on a survey that we'll use to evaluate your organization. The survey will go out in November. That said, registration to receive that survey is open right now. So right now you can enter your email address and we will save you guys and make sure that you get an invitation when the survey goes live November 2nd. In order to register, just go to VETS. You have two websites to choose from. One is employingusvets.com. That's the conference website. The other is vetsindexes.com, VETSINDEXES.com. And either website, you're looking for the tab that says Employer Awards. And right now, as I'm speaking, I am copying and pasting the link to those awards in the chat. So just went through the chat. Please click that link, check it out, a little more information there. And you can also register to receive the survey right there. So that's the timing. You can register right now. This is going to be open to companies of all types, and I should say not just companies, publicly traded companies, private companies, regardless of size. Nonprofit organizations are eligible, as well as government departments and agencies as well. I think it's also very important to note that this program is entirely free of charge for every organization participating. There are other veteran employer recognition programs out there, and unfortunately, some of them you have to pay in order to be considered. That's not the way we do things. There's no part of any part of the process where you have to pay. You can submit a survey, be considered, and if you measure up, receive a logo, news release, and an award recognizing your status as a top veteran employer. That entire process is free of charge. I think it's also important to mention the length of this survey. It's going to be very short, very to the point. If some of you have filled out some of these surveys before, you know they can go on and on and on, which can be a challenge for you guys as well as for us on the back end. But I think we have a very good idea at this point of the particular metrics that kind of matter the most. And we are designing this to be a quick and painless process. So you should be able to get the survey done in just a few hours, not a few days, not a few weeks like some of the other ones out there. I think it's also important to mention this is going to be a confidential process. We are not a publisher. We are not going to publish information that you give us about your company, number of employees, that sort of thing. We recognize that that can be proprietary information, and that can stop some companies from participating in these sorts of things. So nothing for you guys to worry about there. And I think it's also very important to mention the fact that this survey really isn't just coming from my brain. It's not just coming from the brains of the folks at VETS Indexes. It is a collaborative process where we are reaching out to some of the foremost experts across the veteran employment space, including government, nonprofit organizations, companies, and we're getting their input. And I should add, we also want your input as well. So if you have thoughts on what we should be considering, what we should be weighing more heavily, what we should be weighing less heavily, we want to hear them. Just email us at survey@vetsindexes.com. Again, survey, SURVEY, at vetsindexes.com. And we will connect and definitely take that into account. The more feedback we receive, the better job we can do designing this on the front end. So again, timing, we talked about already. The survey is going to launch November 2nd. We're going to give you a couple months to get it done. Responses will be due back February 1st, and we will publish the results in the spring. We're not doing this as a ranking where we're giving companies a particular number. Instead, we're just assigning them award levels based on their performance. The highest of those being a VETS Indexes 5-star employer, followed by VETS Indexes 4-star employer, VETS Indexes 3-star employer, and VETS Indexes recognized employer. So that's kind of the quick overview. There's more information available again on our website, employingusvets.com, and also the conference website, vetsindexes.com. Again, just look for that employer tab on those websites, or just click the link that I posted in the chat.